Hey, good morning, everyone. It's Chris McTonna with Mind the Frontline, and we're trying an all new thing called the Daily Check-In that we're going to try to do at least a couple of times a week as we have the time and the bandwidth to get these done. For this first episode, I kind of wanted to start from scratch and kind of not only introduce the concept to our group, but also just solicit feedback to what other topics and quick tips that you guys would be looking for on a daily check-in like this. One of the things that I have found and what I wanted to talk about with this quick daily check-in is just the importance of having a good, sound mental health or health and wellness routine. Several times in my career, I think I've waxed and I've waned. I have found things that work, things that don't work. I get complacent. I start getting fluffy again. I don't feel good about myself, my body image, all of them. My energy goes down. I start feeling lethargic. Those are all things that I've noticed when I don't stay up on my routine. And that's just from the physical, health side. When it comes to my mental health and well-being, I really had to stay on top of it because, it's one of the things that I do almost every day. It becomes something that is a habit. And at least for me, having really good habits has been extremely helpful on my path to recovery. Being able to wake up and have a good routine, it offloads that stress cognitively from my brain, more importantly, because now I can just focus on just doing the motions sometimes. And there's days where just doing the motions, even though we don't want to, it's nice to have that habit so your brain and your body kind of understand what's next. So even if you're not feeling up to it or you're feeling a little off that day, that's the most important time to really kind of tackle some of these things. So I just wanted to talk a little bit about, real quickly about what my routine is, kind of give you guys some tips and tricks of what works for me. But I would also really, really love if you guys could share down below what works really well for you. That is extremely important when you think about, our group, our community, and helping each other out. Because I can tell you throughout my journey of recovery, not one thing has worked. It has taken a multi-pronged approach. It also, there's times as you change or you develop or you get new tools that some of the things that I used to do in my routine are no longer applicable or they're just not at the forefront. So I'm constantly looking at reevaluating my routine, based on where I'm at, my mental health state, my emotional state, my physical state. But one of the things I love to do, and this is just because for me, and for those of you who probably know me or have been following me for a minute, you guys know that I'm in AA and I have been practicing sobriety for now 18 months as of November 22nd. So yeah, that was at least a huge change for me and my train of thought and my personal growth. So that's where you'll get some of this as part of my routine. You don't have to be in AA to have this as part of your routine, but it's just little things that I have found helpful in my recovery, not only from alcoholism and substance abuse, but also when you talk about just, growing and personal growth, more importantly. So, I wake up every morning. I like to do my 3rd and my 7th step prayer. I'm not a religious guy by any means. I believe in a higher power. I'm still kind of figuring out, anything beyond that. But I don't discourage that from anybody. And so that's why I kind of put that out there. Using religion, using a higher power, using something that is bigger than you concept really starts taking you out of your own and kind of starts bringing some of that humility and some of that ego away from you, whatever might be going on. So I start out my 3rd, my 7th, and then I like to do some quick meditation, and sometimes it's just breathing. Sometimes it's just sitting there and letting my thoughts kind of go and thinking about my day. And sometimes it really is just kind of, understanding kind of where I'm at and where I want to go. I use that time in the morning when, it's still, my mind is still. I'm just waking up. I'm feeling hopefully fresh, depending on my sleep that I got the night before. But the importance of being able to do those daily kind of affirmations or meditation just kind of gets me in a really good headspace to hopefully tackle whatever might happen. Because as soon as I get out of bed, who knows what I'm going to run into. And so, at least it kind of helps set me up for my day. when I get done with that, it's all about, getting my daily reading done. Will usually happen, either before I get my workout in or more likely after I finish my workout and I get in the office. That's one of the first things I do is I do my daily reading. I share some of them on this group channel every now and then, but really just kind of understanding, it gives me that focus for the day of whatever that subject might be or whatever the topic might have been. It just kind of puts myself in that mindset, and I really appreciate it because it kind of helps. And there's days where, some of those readings really, really speak to me and kind of get me back on track. And so, these are tools and resources for not only good days, but bad days when we're having just an off day. So, think about that. The other thing I like to do is, get a workout in. I pretty much took the entire summer off and stopped working out. I used to go work out every day, and I really saw that my body weight increased, my level of energy decreased. I just wasn't feeling good about myself. Just all sorts of things. And it doesn't have to be much. We don't need to go, do a CrossFit routine or anything. Just 30 minutes a day, taking a walk, listening to your favorite podcast, listening to something on YouTube TV or TikTok, just getting outdoors if you can is very, very influential, and it does help you kind of bring in that presence of mind and get in that mindset. I mix it up. So some days I'll do circuits, some days I'll just do, weight routine, some days I'll just do cardio and row. And this morning I went in, I swam, 1,500 yards. I got out, I got to sit in the steam room and really kind of decompress and kind of, meditate a little bit, do some breathing routines, which I have enjoyed. It set me up for just a really powerful day. Whatever happens throughout my day, I have no control over it. I don't have control over people, places, or things. But what I do have control over is me and how I feel and taking care of my body. And that is a multi-pronged approach. That's health, that's wellness, that's diet, that's sleep, and more importantly, just taking care of your own self-care. So I hope these were kind of this little quick tip. Oh man, I can't speak this morning. Was helpful. I hope you guys found it a little bit helpful. I do, what I use to kind of set myself up for a solid day. And I really kind of want to hear about what you guys have to say. And if you guys need more resources, just do me a favor. You guys can always go to the mindthefrontline.org and check out our resource page. We have blogs, we got these podcasts coming out here soon, and we're continuing to grow. So if you guys need something more, just go ahead and check it out. And otherwise, have a great day. Be safe out there. And just remember, we rise together, we fall alone. And so thank you very much for being a part of our community. I hope you all have a lovely day.